Hello, my sunshines. Welcome back to Life with Tsogo M. It's your girl, Tsogo Fatswa. If you're new here, please do like, comment, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Don't just walk past. Subscribe and don't forget to switch on the notification button. So today I'm going to be giving you a tattoo tour. Basically, just letting you know about my tattoos, when I got them, why I got them. Because I find myself where people would see that I have tattoos, that see a tattoo of mine, be shocked that I've got tattoos, ask me why I got it, ask me what it means. So I thought, why not do a video on it? So let's get right into it. So here we are 6 years later. I got my first tattoo 6 years ago. It was 2019, if I remember correctly. All my tattoos were done by the same guy. They're all done by Taz Inc. I think that's his name on Instagram. I will put his handle somewhere here. So yeah, they're all done by Taz Inc. I go there because I love his tattoos and he's just a great guy. He holds the best conversations. Don't mind this. Behind me is a picture of my dad, who happens to be one of the reasons why I have a certain tattoo or certain tattoos. Anyway, how I got into tattoos. I've always wanted a tattoo since I was, I think, in high school, but my dad was against tattoos. He always believed that in Satanism, but he believed everything in Satanism, including Bobby. Yeah. Anyway, so in 2019, basically 2016 to 2019 were 2016 to 2020 were the worst years of my life. Horrible years. They sort of inspired some of the tattoos. So the reason why I started getting tattoos is because I wanted to have things that are inspirational to me, things that will always keep me going. I wanted to have words of affirmation and I'm someone who is really big on words of affirmation. I believe in being motivated. So I felt like I needed something to just look at and I'd be motivated, right? Cool. So my first tattoo was this one. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it properly. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me do this. So I think now you can see it. No. So this is my first tattoo. My first tattoo was this one, which says "Still I Rise." I got it in 2019. The reason why I got this tattoo is because, like I'm saying, 2016 to 2019 were horrible years. I was miserable, stuck in a job that I hated. I had graduated. I wasn't getting a job in the industry that I'm in right now, which is what I studied, which is television. I was miserable. And I just needed something to remind me that no matter what I go through in life, I'll always rise from it. I'll always come back from it. So I felt like my first tattoo would be me rising from the ashes. Because I just felt like my breakthrough was close. And actually wasn't wrong because a year after that, I did get my first breakthrough. Well, funny how things work. So I got Still I Rise. My first tattoo, I think it's fading now, I'm not sure. That's my first tattoo. It's one of my favorite, but now I'm over the birds, especially because someone once said to me, why would I get a tattoo that has birds if I have this big phobia of birds? Yeah, if you don't know, one thing about me, I am terrified of birds. I have this crazy phobia where I can't even look at a bird, especially chickens. It started with chickens. I can't look at a bird even on TV. But anyway, now I'm derailing. So yes, Still I Rise. It just always reminds me that I always rise through the ashes. I am a phoenix and I should just keep going. Keep going. Okay, we'll get to that one. My second tattoo is this one. Philippians 4 verse 13. It's also fading because it's very small. So what my tattoo artist taught me is that small tattoos tend to shrink over time. So that's what I learned, that I should never do small tattoos. Yeah, Philippians 4 verse 13. I got it in 2020. It was July, and I was in a very, very depressed state. It was COVID. We were all depressed during COVID. And I felt like this verse carried me through. So Philippians 4 verse 13 says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I do believe that everything I do is through God, everything I do through Christ. And he really does get me through things. He really does strengthen me. And I wouldn't be here without him. He is the way, the light. He knows my life. And I also needed that as a constant reminder, which is what led to this. Oh, the pain of my tattoos. So this one, I can say from a scale between 1 and 10, 10 being most painful, 1 being less painful, I'd say it was a 5. This bird was the most painful bird, actually. And then this one, the cross was more painful because they were shading through. So a tattoo, once they start shading, it gonna be painful no matter where it is. It just happens to be a very painful part. So that's when I got that one. And then my third one I got in 2021, which is this one over here. This tattoo got, guys, so one thing about tattoos, right? When you get a tattoo, they tell you that the first 2 weeks, you need to make sure that you keep it out of water. What did your girl do? I forgot that I had just gotten a new tattoo. Yeah, girl. And I remember, I react to things very late. I have late reactions. I don't know why, but I reacted so late to the fact that the tattoo was in water. By then it was too late, so it got water damage. I don't know how, I don't want to remove it, but at the same, this one I'm definitely removing because I feel like it's chai. I don't like the fact that it doesn't show what it says anymore. And to me, because it's faded and it's shrunk and doesn't really show what it says, it doesn't serve the purpose that I wanted it to serve anymore. Therefore, I am thinking of removing this tattoo. I've been doing my research and it seems like removing it is hella painful and hella expensive. So maybe in the next 2 years, yeah, I'll work on removing it. So yes, this one, I don't know what to do with it because it's one of my favorite tattoos. It means a lot to me. It says, so it's keep going with a semicolon. Why I got this tattoo. So in the English world, a semicolon is a continuation of a sentence, right? Cool. In the mental health world, so I'm big on mental health. In the mental health world, it means that your story is not over. You need to just keep going. Why I got this tattoo is because it reflects on, firstly, most people won't know this, but I actually got it in memory of my cousin, Patulo, may his soul rest in peace. He committed suicide and he was one of my favorite cousins, actually. My family don't even know that I got this tattoo in memory of him. But besides him, I also got it because I also found myself in a depressive state at some point in 2020 where I just felt like I can't carry on anymore. I found myself in a position where I was working in a job that I hated. I studied something, I wasn't getting a job there. Went to a very expensive school, yet I was not getting employed. And I was going through a crazy breakup. My first heartbreak, like 2020 was a mess. So I found myself in a depressive state, ended up having to go for therapy, which really helped. Found myself dealing with a lot. So at the time, I did have some suicidal thoughts. People don't know this. Well, ta-da. Or ta-da thing. But anyway, yeah, I had suicidal thoughts, but eventually I overcame them. And I told myself that, you know what, I gotta keep going. Start again. I told myself that I gotta keep going and the sun will rise because the rain will, like it is now, it will rain, but at the end of the day, the sun will shine. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. So this tattoo had to remind me that no matter how hard times may be, no matter how difficult a situation may be, I will always get through it if I just keep going. If I just keep praying, having faith, I will make it through. So because my cousin had committed suicide and I saw what that did to our family, I saw how that really, really like hurt us. And I thought of, if I were to do that, it wouldn't be a good thing for my family, for people I'd be leaving behind. And yeah, it's a constant reminder that if you go through mental illness, if you go through a state of depression or whatever you do, you will make it through. So yes, this is my reminder to always keep going no matter what life throws at me. Another tattoo I got was in 2019, 2021, 2022. I got 2 tattoos on the same day. My 4th and 5th tattoos, I got them in 2022. I had just come from a spa day with my boss and my colleagues at the time, and this tattoo had been weighing heavily on me. The other one I got impulsively, in all honesty, but then I was like, you know what, it also means something special to me. So the 4th one that I got is this one. So this is my 4th tattoo, and it's in relation to this scar that I have on my leg. So this tattoo says Psalm 23:4 with a cross, basically, and it's on my leg. So Psalm 23 verse 4 says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you walk with me. So the tattoo is in relation to my scar on my leg, which I got through a horrible, terrible accident, which nearly killed myself and my best friend. Yeah, so I feel like in that situation, walking through that valley of death, Sana, and God was like, fear not, I shall help y'all and fix y'all. Help us in the sense of basically saving our lives, because of the fact that, so here's how it happened, little story time. We had got myself, my best friend, and so this girl who we were with at the time was dating my best friend's ex's cousin, and those exes of theirs lived together, right? So on this particular day, we went to a restaurant called, let me not actually mention the restaurant. We went to a restaurant in Parkhurst. We had some oysters, some tapas, some bubbles. So they had a bottomless champagne, bottomless bubbles on Thursdays, right? So we're like, oh, bottomless, whatever, let's go. Contrary to popular belief, according to my family, I was not coming from Groove. We were coming from a restaurant. This accident happened at 7 p.m. Who comes from Groove at 7 p.m.? Anyway, went to that restaurant, had food, vibes, drinks. Bear in mind, back then, my best friend and I were able to drink like 2 bottles of champagne and still be like, okay, like we're good, we're fine. So on this particular day, we had like, if your glass would fill the glass to the brim. Once it gets halfway, they would literally refill it. And if my memory serves me correctly, we literally only had about 2 glasses each, or maybe like 1.5 glass. At the end of those glasses, we were like, out, there was the lights out. We believe that it was spiked because of how everything played out, right? So basically, it's in recording, it is. So basically, we had, my best friend started feeling weird. She went to go throw up. I also started feeling like dizzy. And then she was like, I'm sorry, I can't drive. I'm not feeling okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm also feeling a bit woozy. I'm not driving. Baby girl, the third one, was like, oh, I'm okay. I'm good to drive. So we were like, okay, cool. You can drive. Drive us home. When we were leaving this restaurant, we were going home. So tell me, why did I apparently send my mom a message saying, I am not coming back. I'll come back the next day. I don't remember doing that because, according to me and my best friend, we were going home when we were leaving the restaurant. Anyway, we left the restaurant. I was sitting behind the passenger seat. My best friend was sitting on the passenger seat. Baby girl was driving, and we woke up in a car accident. A horrible one. They tried figuring out who was driving. The hand said my best friend was driving. At some point, she said I was driving, and I was like, "How was I driving?" I was sitting at the back. Anyway, my best friend and I were both saying that this hand was driving. While the whole back and forth, they asked for who had the car keys because that's how they were gonna figure out who was driving. Car keys are nowhere to be found. But the next day, baby girl went to my best friend's house and took the car keys. I was like, "Oh, by the way, here's your car keys." The next morning, I got a text from the waiter from the restaurant, who I don't remember giving my number to, asking if we are alive and okay. Also, on my Google Maps, because the accident happened opposite direction of where we were actually going, which is home. The Google Maps shows some weird place in Sophia Town that we're going to. It looked like a tavern, I think, or something weird like that. Why were we GPSing to a tavern? Why are we the only ones who zoned out? I don't remember anything that happened besides us having a concussion because I hit the passenger seat, sandwiched her, she hit the dashboard, and we're the only ones who suffered injuries, and the injuries we suffered happened beside of where the car was damaged. Person was driving, got home, told no one she was in a car accident. She has no scratches, no wounds, nothing to show she was in a car accident. Didn't tell her family she was in a car accident. And literally moved on with her life like nothing happened. So yeah, that tattoo has to do with that accident because I feel like we could have died that day. And God was like, your time isn't up yet. So he saved us through the evil shadows we were walking through of possibly getting, I don't know, human trafficked, whatever was happening, because we are really convinced that it was spiked. How things happened was just weird. How we were so sloshed or out of it by only having 2 glasses of champagne makes no sense. The message from the waiter, being accident happening opposite direction of home where we were meant to be going. The message I apparently sent my mom, the GPS, nothing adds up. My best friend's phone also went missing. It's very good news. I can't really go into much detail of the story because the rest of it is not my story to tell. But basically, I left the scene. I came back home. When I get home, there's also a lot going on here because there was a break-in by my neighbor's house. And I think because of adrenaline and my concussion or whatever that happened, I couldn't feel any pain by the time I got home until I woke up. When I woke up, I was swollen. I think I might be able to put my pictures up here. My face was swollen. My leg was in so much pain. You could actually see my bone. That's how much the damage was caused there. That's why I've got that big scar. So basically, that thing that moves the seat forward and backwards, it stabbed me, penetrated through my skin, and yeah, I couldn't walk, I think, for about a week. And the scarring or the wound took forever to heal, probably 2 or 3 months. Yeah, it was a horrible accident. So the tattoo, I got the tattoo because this guy stuck with me for life, and I felt like at that point God took me out of that situation. So yeah, it's a reminder that God will take you out of the shackle, the evilness of this world, if you just pray and believe in him. Please excuse the framing. I had to go do something quickly, so I had to stop the video. So I patched the video up, but the most important part is that you got your story. Yeah. The next tattoo that I got on that very same day when I got this one was this one over here. Don't know if you can see it. So it says PC, it's got a heart, TTB, which stands for Philip. Philip is this man over here. my late amazing father. C stands for Catherine, which is my mother. And then a heart, which is so it's my parents and their kids. So it's, yeah, my parents and their kids. This T is for Ticho. This T is for Tiamo, who is my late baby brother. This B is for my baby sister, Basetsana. So yeah, this is just a tattoo of my loved ones, my family. I impulsively got that one. I don't know why I got it. But I guess just to show love to my family and be like, yo, as much as I'm out here getting tattoos, I think about y'all too. I guess. So yeah, there's no big story behind this tattoo really. It's just my family, my love for them. And yeah, man, they're always walking with me, like whether I'm with them or not. And then the final tattoo, which is my 6th tattoo, I got it December last year, so December 2024. It is, this one's still a new tattoo. Let's focus. So it says, pray, wait, trust. Pray, wait, trust is my constant reminder that I need to pray through the good, through the bad. And if I want something, I need to wait through it because I've prayed and obviously God heard my prayers. I must wait and I must just trust that it's going to happen. There's a lot of things in my life, especially my career. Especially my career. I think this tattoo is mostly linked to the career goals I've had for myself, how far I've come in my career and how long it took to get me to where I am. Because firstly, it took me 2 years to get a job after graduating. And in that 2 years, I gave up a couple of times. I had hope at some point, and eventually it happened. And since then, the ball's just rolling. So yeah, this is my constant reminder that everything that I want, I need to pray for in life. And I need to wait for it to happen, be patient, have faith that it's going to happen. And I need to trust that it's going to happen. When it happens, it's just going to be amazing. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for tuning into this video. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please, please, please. Like, share with your friends. Do come back for more. If there's anything else that you'd like to know about me, do let me know in the comment section. And see you in the next video. Nothing to discuss, cause I'm the